I have long-term ME. I have an underactive thyroid, so of course that classic symptom of that is that you're always cold. And I suffer with anxiety and depression. There's only me living in my home. Because I'm all electric, my water is heated on economy 7 on a big tank, and it has no timer or anything on it, so I literally only put it on probably every third night. Can't remember the last time I used my big cooker. I now microwave my veg, which I hate, and literally turn everything off. The standing charge, I think, is absolutely crippling. Some kind of social tariff for people on very low incomes. Well, I think it would help massively, because I could have regular hot water, and that if it was particularly cold, I wouldn't have to think really hard as to heating my house, and particularly with storage heaters, I have to think like 24 hours ahead. And I didn't expect to be living my retirement thinking, well, it's warmer to go to bed.
My energy bills were quite high, and we were struggling. We had to have the heating and all this. Plus, because I've got a disabled brother there, I have to care for him as well. Make sure the house is more warmer for him, because he's coming to an age where he's 57 now, and he feels the cold more. We have to have the heating on all the time. And the thing is, I only work 24 hours a week. I'm not earning as much as I used to do, and with the children being at home as well, it's not easy. My wife's she's a cancer patient as well. She went through chemo and radiotherapy last 2 years ago, and she's still suffering of that as well. You know what I mean? She's still recovering. Got into a bit of debt because I had to pay some of my bills off with my credit card. I can't save any money. I've had stories from people that what they do is they sit in they don't put the heating on, just get a blanket and a hot water bottle and sit in that all day in their house. People prefer to stay at work because it's warmer there, because they've got the heating on, because they've got nobody to pay the bills, you know what
I mean? I got 3 kids, 9, 8 and 3 years old. In winter especially, I always use the central heating. I always in that winter time or in rainy time, all water comes inside from my windows. So I was near to sell my home. I don't understand the bills. I feel like it's a second mortgage on me.
Beginning of this year, I got diagnosed with cancer. I have a muscle disorder where I can't control my body temperature at all, which means if I get cold, I can't warm up. It's like being inside an ice cube. Everything I've put aside I've had to double. I'm panicking because obviously I've only got the heating on as little as possible, because I'm scared to get cold, because the pain with the muscle disorder is unbearable. If my legs get cold, I can't walk properly. It's just me who lives in here. It's a bungalow. It's old doors at the front. The windows are supposed to be double glazed, but if they're double glazed, I can still hear people the other side of the road talking at the bus stop. So the 150 I was relying on, and I was thinking, oh great, I don't need to worry, I can have the heating on at the beginning of this year. All of a sudden it's like, I'm going to have to be careful, contract's going to run out this year, what am I going to do? The government are turning their back on us. With the prices of food and everything else going up, because of the cancer, I'm supposed to be eating really healthily. I can't afford the foods, let alone the heating side of things and the prices. All these little things are adding up. So I am going to get in debt. I'm going to end up with a credit card bill that's going to be horrific. Who's going to help me?